Hi guys, Dan here. Just been thinking about doing a hike, which I've done quite a lot of over the years, and got me thinking about maps, and some other people I know also talking about being prepared for hikes. And one of the things that I thought was the first thing you really want to know about and be prepared about and be able to understand and use is the simple topographic map, hard copy. So I was just going to run through some points on a map. What is a map? Well, it's just it represents the piece of ground through showing where tracks are, where roads are, where creeks are. It shows it to scale, and also shows, in the case of the topographic map, which is what this is, it shows the shape of the land. It shows areas that are high, areas that are low. In this case, this is a map of Barrington Tops. Generally the maps for New South Wales anyway all have their own little name, and there'll be a scale, whereabouts in the state they come from. Scale is really important. In this case it's a 1 in 25,000 scale map. Another common map scale is 1 in 50,000. Map scale refers to what you measure on the map relates to reality. So in a 1 in 25,000 scale map like this, 1 unit of measurement on the map, whatever that is, whether it's an inch, a fingernail, a millimetre, whatever, is in reality 25,000 of those. So if you measure 1 centimetre or 1 inch on a map like this, that equates to 25,000 inches or 25,000 centimetres. The map's also divided into northings and eastings, so you can locate yourself on the map through quoting a northing and an easting. Now, it's actually said the other way around. It said eastings and northings, so it's an alphabetical thing. But what that allows you to do is to give your location on the map to someone. They'll know exactly where you are, or otherwise if you use GPS, the GPS may give you a northing and an easting and a northing, and that'll allow you to find yourself on the map. Shouldn't rely on GPS though. You should be able to find yourself through other means and always be aware of where you are in terms of the landscape, physical features like creeks, tracks and roads, and whatnot. So it's good to have a map, have a GPS, but also be able to use them interchangeably. Other important features of the maps is the legend. So here, the legend gives you a rundown on what all of the symbols on the map mean. Types of roads, whether it's a sealed road or an unsealed road, a creek, contour, whatnot. So important features to mention on a map. I guess one of the most important ones I can think of is that generally the top of the map is always facing towards north. The other thing too is that the date the map was printed is very important, and that tells you what grid the map's made on. In this case it's called MGA, so it's Map Grid of Australia. Older maps can have different grids, and sometimes it can be 150 metres difference in what a northing and easting relate to on the map. Modern maps, all pretty much MGA. The other thing to take note of too is there's a difference between north isn't north. There's grid north, and there's magnetic north, and there's true north. So the map will also tell you the difference at that location between grid north and magnetic north, and over time you have to apply a correction which changes every year as well, between magnetic north and grid north. So north to the top, the grids on the map generally represent 1 kilometre squares, so it's a good reference there. The other thing to keep in mind is that tracks can be shown on the map. They're not always shown on the map. Sometimes the track can be quite visible, but it won't appear on the map because people can decide they don't want that track used, so it doesn't show on the map. And I'll make another video about comparing maps of different ages and how they vary in what they're showing. I personally have a problem with that, but people want the land to be used in certain ways, so they'll take a track or a road off there so that people won't use it. but it can be very confusing if you arrive at a place and suddenly there's a track where it's not supposed to be a track. Elevation is very important. Use contours for that. Contours are lines that join areas of equal height above sea level. So you'll have a contour that might be 1,200 metres, you'll have a contour that might be 500 metres. And what it is, it's if you imagine yourself walking along the side of a hill in such a way that you never walk up or downhill, the path that you would trace would be the path of the contour.